Hello my planner friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I'm going to be doing my Plan With Me video for the week of April 10th through the 16th. And my inspiration piece for this particular week is this stickers for the Target Dollar Spot. And they're just basically gold foil little Easter bunny stickers. So I really thought that these were really pretty. And I'm like, you know, I never really, usually when I do Easter themes, I think of and very springy pinks and yellows and pastel colors, and never really use like a bold bright gold like this. So I was really inspired by these stickers, so I thought what I would do is I would use these. Based on that inspiration, I picked up these cross gold foiled crosses, and I just want to kind of do a combination between Christ and celebrating Christ resurrecting from the grave, and then also kind of the Easter Bunny fun theme. Of course, I have a bunch of other stuff, but these stickers came from the Target Dollar Spot as well. I definitely want to use the gold foil ones. I may throw in a couple of them, a couple of the colored ones, just because I like to have a variety of colors. But I want to mainly stick with the gold, is going to be kind of my main thing. I have this, and it's kind of a gold foil, and it says My Redeemer Lives, and it is part of a study that I did. It's called She Reads Truth. I really loved this, and I thought this would be great. And as soon as I picked this up, I was like, oh, this would be really cool for an Easter journal card. So I'm going to try to cut it down to kind of make it fit into the planner so that I can have it be my journal card. The other thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this is a little flyer that I got from my church, and I have a study going on Tuesdays from April 11th through the May 30th, so it starts this week. And so what I thought I would do is I'm going to cut this out of the little thing, and then I'm actually going to use this in my planner. I'm going to glue this in. Kind of the plan, and we're going to see how it all turns out. So here we go. Okay, so as soon as I was finished with my intro, I realized I didn't pull any paper. When I went to go cut paper, I was like, oh, I didn't even pull any paper to use. So I'm going to go ahead and use this paper pack today. It's the Honeydew, and it's a hot buy from Craftsmith. And I've done a haul video. I'm pretty sure I did a haul video on this one, but I'll just do a really quick flip through here of what it looks like. There's a lot of gold foiling in it, beautiful flowers, and the colors match pretty much exactly with the colors that I wanted to use. So second intro complete. Let's actually start the plan with me. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and mix things up a little bit this time around. I decided to start with my journal card. And there is a good reason for that, and which I will explain as I go through and kind of create this journal card. It's basically the same process that I do for every single other journal card I've ever made. I hole punch it, and then I get it cut up. So while that's playing in the background, I'm going to kind of do a little bit of confession time here. So first of all, I had trouble with this one. I struggled with this. It probably took me about 2 hours altogether, because I had to like walk away from it and come back. And so like with that break, it took me probably like 2 hours total. And I struggled with it. So anyway, the main reason that I struggled with it was that I didn't know what paper I wanted to use. Every single piece of paper that I was pulling out just did not seem like the right paper. Because if you had seen my Instagram post, I wanted to do a little cluster of flowers at the top corner. And if you hadn't seen my Instagram, you should check out my Instagram, because sometimes I do sneak peeks of my layouts. And I did this little cluster at the corner of my side panel, and every single piece of paper that I was pulling was really clashing with that particular little cluster of flowers. So what I decided to do was I decided to pull this paper here from that original paper pack that I showed you. And because it was a simple floral design, it kind of almost reminds me of wallpaper a little bit. But it was just very simple, and it didn't clash with the flowers. And then
I got a brilliant idea to use this new vellum. Of course, I just bought this at Joann's. It was only $3 for this pack of vellum paper, and I am obsessed. I love vellum. It's so pretty to me, and it had this really beautiful um, gold foil on it, of course. So what I decided to do was kind of take inspiration from one of my top 5 at least planner layouts, which this year is going to be my um, diamond design, my Shine Like a Diamond. If you haven't seen that, I'll go ahead and make sure I leave it at link at the top because it is really beautiful. Anyway, I was really in love with the way I used the vellum in that particular spread, so I thought I'm going to recreate that here. I wanted to cover up the weekend with the flower paper, and so I took the other piece of vellum and cut it into for the Thursday and Friday. And then I cut another piece that covered up the whole Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I'm just trying to figure out what the design want to be. I didn't know if I wanted the vertical stripes or the horizontal stripes. I didn't know how much of the vellum I wanted versus how much of the flower paper I wanted. And so this is basically what the design looks like. I do that flower little design at the top there. I'm just putting it up there now just to look and kind of measured out, look what it looks like. I don't actually glue anything down just quite yet. So let me get my washi tape down because it was really bugging me, that color. Sometimes I can't fully see the design until the washi tape is the right color. I don't know if that makes any sense, but all right, so then I just stuck another strip down there on the side panel and then got washi tape at the top. And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and get the vellum glued on with my double-sided tape from Daiso. Now there is a method to my madness. The reason why I'm putting it in the middle here is because I wanted to see if the vellum would be see-through, would see through into, or that tape, you could see through it in the vellum. And I knew I was going to put that piece of paper there, so it wouldn't matter if you could see through. Once I did put it down though, you could not see it at all. So I was happy about that. All right, so I am sorry to say that unfortunately there is no sticker time in this video. I was putting the stickers on and realized about halfway through that I had already put stickers on and didn't push the record button. So you will see here in a second, the stickers are already put down. Most of the stickers at least. I did put a couple more. And I did use the Target Dollar Spot, most of them, the Hip Hop and the Bloom and the Spring. I grabbed a couple of gold foil butterfly stickers as well. And when I was going through and figuring out all of the design and what I wanted to do, there was a couple of elements that I wanted to put onto the page that I knew were not going to match, and that was going to bug me. So I had to come up with a way to figure out how to get that on the page without it actually being on the page. So what I'm doing here is I took this little vellum piece, and it's a gold foiled vellum piece that came from a pack that I had bought at Michael's, and I'll link the Michael's haul if you want to check out where I got this. I'm sure they don't have it anymore. It's a DCW project kind of thing. What I basically did was cut it out, and I left a little bit of the clear vellum at the top. And then what I did was I just took regular old Scotch tape and I taped it to the page. And I know Scotch tape is not like archive friendly, so I'm a little bit worried that it's not going to last very long, but I don't have photos in my thing, so I don't know. I think it'll be okay. And then so I'm basically using it as a little flip up, so that in the beginning of the video I told you that I'm going to a Bible study on Tuesdays. So I'm giving up my game night for a whole 8 weeks to go to a Bible study, and it's called Impact. And so I wanted to put that little quote thing in there, but I didn't want to show it. So I'll show you in a second what I do with that little flip up thing. I did want to make sure that the flip up stayed down, so I did use a little flower right there, and I just stuck a little sticker on it and a halfway on it so that it's like a little flap that tucks in. And then I did the same thing for this little guy over here, because again, I have something on Saturday that I wanted to put like a list of things that I wanted to do on Saturday, and I just didn't want it to be on the page. I just wanted to cover up that list. And then I put just some pearl running dots around the page in a couple certain places. I wanted to try to bring some pops of white into the page, and because I had that oh happy day thing on there, and then the Easter sticker had the white, so I just wanted to bring in some white into the page. Okay, so now I'm doing that thing again with the flower to hold down that other flap. So I'm just put the sticker on halfway, and then you can see it kind of makes it a little tuck spot. And then I think I add a couple little white flowers again, just trying to add some little pops of white color around the page. So I got my glue gun here. I just used my glue gun because that thing was so tiny. I didn't feel like I had anything that could stick it on there. And then I glued another one onto the side. And let's see. Oh, the other thing that I did too was I took some label paper, some little label circles, and I cut them in half and then stuck them at the top to put the dates, the days of the week on it. So those are just like circles that I cut in half. All right, so this is going to be my label for my planner night. And I just took, it's a sticky note from Michaels, the Recollections brand, and it's gold and white, and so I figured I'd stick that there, and then I'm going to write my little note for my planner night there. All right, so here I go. Here's going to be the little collage of flowers I'm going to do. I took my glue stick and I used that to adhere the doily onto there. And just kind of getting that all in here down. And then I'm going to take my glue gun and actually use that to do the stickers. I mean the flowers. And these flowers are Recollections flowers. They came from Michaels. And I just think they're so pretty. They all came like a pack. I have a couple more too. But the pearl ones are so pretty, like the pearl pink. And I just wanted to add some additional flowers at the top there. So I'm going to go ahead and get these all glued down. This is kind of my process when I'm doing these kind of cluster things. I just like kind of lay everything out and then glue each one of them on one by one. And then I just wanted to add just a few of those little white flowers. Again, those came from Michaels, but in a different pack. And then once I got those on, I just wanted to add a couple of pearl dots. And it was really cool because when I was putting these pearl dots on, that pink, I don't know why, it just made it kind of look pink. Like it, I don't know, I can't explain it. But it kind of made the pearl kind of look pink next to the pink flower. All right, so then I put a little list there on the side. That one is also a sticky note from Michael's Recollections. I put another sticker that says blessed on the vellum piece because I felt like it was a little bit plain, just sitting there with nothing on it. I'm going to write a meeting reminder on for Monday, and then I really don't have a lot going on this week. And one thing I did want to mention is, oh, before I did that, before I mentioned what I was going to mention, this is what I'm doing with that card that I had at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and get that cut up, and I'm going to put it underneath that little flap there so that I can still have the reminder that I went to Impact and everything, but it doesn't necessarily need to match the spread. So that's a little tip for you if you're looking to kind of put something on there that's a keepsake that doesn't really necessarily match. Okay, so, and that kind of leads into what I actually wanted to talk about as I kind of write a couple more things. I'm definitely not your typical planner. Like, this is not generally the way people plan with all these decorations and things like that. But this is my memory book, and it's also a way for me to be crafty. And I feel like I get a lot of great responses and a lot of great feedback, but I also get a lot of people like thinking, wow, what do you do? How do you even function with that? How is that functional? And it's not my functional planner. So I just wanted you guys to know that this is not my functional planner. I do have a separate planner that I don't typically share just because, it's my functional planner and it's not really pretty. But this one, I do spend the time to make it pretty and I really enjoy it. It's something that I look forward to. So, just so you know, if this is not the way you like to plan or whatever, that's perfectly fine. I hope that you still enjoy it. I still hope you still get some ideas from the way I do things. Maybe you can incorporate it in the way that you plan. And I think that's great that everyone plans differently and everybody, like in my planner group, even, we all plan so differently. So, I just wanted to mention that. All right, back to what I'm doing here. I decided I wanted to make a paperclip, of course, because I always do. So what I did was I took one of those flowers, and I just think those flowers are so beautiful. And what I did was I took that leaf. That leaf actually came from that paper pack that I showed you at the beginning. It was on a piece of paper, and I just cut it out because I wanted to cover up the backing of the um, paperclip. So I thought it would look cute if there was a leaf sticking out from it. So then, and it's a really good heavy cardstock. So I just glued it. I actually did use a glue dot, and then I also used my hot glue gun, just because I wanted just a little bit more. I had taken off that piece of paper too many times, and the glue dot was a little bit not so sticky. So, all right, so there we go. I'm putting it in my planner now and getting the paper clip on there, and I think it turned out really pretty. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you next time as I just kind of go through and flip through all of the different parts to this. Oh, I needed to put that little journal card piece on there. And that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching my videos and leaving me a comment, liking and sharing and all that stuff. I'll see you next time. Bye.